Yeah. Look at this day. Look at this beautiful day in the great Northwest. Ever since they were doing you know, the skies have never been bluer. It's truly something that makes you really think. You got to think. Now that they're trying to keep everybody inside. And now all of a sudden, this is when the skies are clear. Look up. It's been a real blessing to have, when we have the clear night skies, to see the stars. I have never, it's been so long when I was when I lived in a tiny little town in Northern California. That was the closest to seeing the night sky as I've seen in pictures online where you can see everything. And it is truly breathtaking to be away from light pollution. And if it stays like this tonight, that was one thing that I didn't get to go outside when the power went out. When the power went out the other day, I really wanted to look up at the sky, but the power came back on, and so I didn't get to see the stars without all the light pollution. I was looking forward to that, but we'll see. Here you go, buddy. I just wanted to share that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And share about the growth and the transformations. Going from a worm to a butterfly, and I can't go back to old ways of thinking and being. It makes absolutely no sense to return to a mindset that I once had where I was sad and depressed, and I'm not walking in the fear, so even when people who have the type of mindset that I once did try to pull me back into it with guilt or just projecting their own fears or presumptions. I'll share something. I used the word synchronicity in a group of fellowship to express that divine timing of how all things are working together. And somebody tried to check me or correct me or warn me, and they projected, their own, whatever their issue is, they try to make it my responsibility. And that's not where I was. That's not what I was thinking about. And I was able to express it succinctly and let it roll on off, because that is condemnation. And I don't need another person walking around in flesh to condemn me for something that my Creator has not. And it makes me think about, the fruit of the Spirit. I'll share. I don't want to go inside because this is an amazingly beautiful day. I want to just be out in it as much as possible. But there's a scripture in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 and 23, which speak about the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, shalom. kindness, goodness, faithfulness, meekness, temperance. Uh-oh. I wasn't counting. Long suffering. And it's interesting, I drew a picture. I was doing some art therapy, and I've done this particular one. Let me see, this is like the 4th time I've done it, where I drew a picture of a tree, and I have the, names of the fruit of the Spirit around it. Tree of life, and then the fruit of the Spirit. And I have tape, and I drew each word and tape, put it on the wall on the tree. And the only fruit that has not even come loose is love. Love, which is at the top of the tree, is the only one that I wrote that hasn't even gotten loose. It has remained. So every day I rub the words to make sure that the tape stays, but I don't have to do that with love. Isn't that something? It's so profound that perfect love casts out fear. And it is what remains. When all is said and done, when we are, Scripture says, we're in this world but not of it. And that we are to be a light. And I've been, like with the revelation that I had about myself being a light being, a light body in the Spirit, and how my what's the right word? My mind state, my emotional state directly is related to the type of light that I shine, whether it be bright or dim. Nevertheless, the light is always there. And Yahusha, I'll have to write it in the description box regarding that a smoldering wick he will not extinguish. So even if the fire is little, fan it to be bright again. And even if you're in a dark place, a tiny little light can light up the whole space. And so I don't want to put anybody else down for where they are in their own journey, in their own process, but at the same time, I'm not going to receive other people's projections. A long time ago, when I was going through something really difficult, and I was expressing what was going on in my life, and it was grievous. Somebody who only heard a few minutes of me speaking said that I was projecting. And I thought, what? When she first said that, the first thing that I thought was, talk about invalidating. You're not even hearing the whole matter. You don't even know the whole matter, and you are just putting it on me that I'm projecting. So even as I've reflected on that one situation, at that time, I wasn't projecting, but because of the depression that I was in and the high anxiety and the fear and the things that was going wrong, this person was clearly at another place in their life that they saw something that I didn't see. So I'm learning so much about people who are still caught up in a lot of fear. I've been there. I know exactly, well, I don't know exactly what the person is going through, but in my own experience, I know how certain mindsets, belief systems, I haven't lost my faith. It's only expanded. And it's not in a box of what my oppressors want me to believe or think. It's not about that anymore. And I can never go back. There's no way. So it feels too good to have tasted this joy where, it's not that I don't have down moments, but it's just gotten so much better. Even through the difficulty, I'm thankful. And it's an amazingly beautiful day. I just want to share, I'll when I put the boys down for a nap, I'll go through and put in the verses that I'm referencing and that are in the scriptures for that, because quite frankly, I'm not full of fear about what other people are saying I should and shouldn't do. That's not what brought me to this place of joy. That's what kept me in a place of fear, and I'm not going to live like that anymore. Okay, gotta go. Hey, turn the thing off.